Over the last year, I've been drinking an average 1 liter of yerba mate every day, and some amazing things happened to me. I gained about 5 kilos of muscle. I quit video game addiction. I no longer have acne and I no longer have anxiety, and I overall have a better time living life. If you're not familiar with it, this is what a traditional mate looks like. I have this straw in there that is also a filter. And when I want to drink, I just fill in a bit of warm water and I can drink it instantly. No steeping time needed. And it can be refilled multiple times. This thing is with me all day and I drink it constantly to supply caffeine, antioxidants and a bunch of beneficial compounds to me. And it's very delicious without sugar or sweeteners. So going back to health, you're right to ask, how is it possible that this tea did all these amazing things to my health? Well, for one, it didn't work alone. Let's clarify right now that drinking yerba mate alone will not be enough to change your lifestyle. On the other hand, changing lifestyle without yerba mate for sure would not have been possible to me. It was sort of the catalyst for all positive change. In the rest of the video, I'll tell you about what major effects yerba mate had on me and help you understand the underlying science a little bit, so that in the end you will be able to decide whether yerba mate is something you need in your life. 1 year ago, as I was starting university, I quickly realized that I needed a tool to boost my brain when needed. In other words, I was on the brink of entering a lifelong caffeine and or energy drink addiction when I discovered mate. So for one, the caffeine of mate saved me from that. But I also got something so much better this way that works brilliantly for maintaining focus over long periods. Even the short-term caffeine effect of mate proved to be very different. It always puts me in sort of an elevated state of comfort and focus at the same time. It never made my heart race and things like that. If I drank too much of it, it gave me nothing but a headache. But that was only until I learned the right dosage to drink in a short time. Speaking about the amount consumed, the traditional preparation of yerba mate is the key here. Since it's with me the whole day and I can refill it at any time and drink it immediately, it allows a pretty much hands-on control of energy levels, which helps a lot with studying, exams and workouts. The next thing that happened to me is this dramatic change in the way I perceive flavors. The first place I noticed this was the taste of mate itself. At first it felt like grass and earth and it was very bitter. Then I tried a different brand which tasted like smoke and firewood. Now that one was not pleasant though. But as I kept drinking, I kept perceiving it sweeter and sweeter each time. At the moment, I was thinking that I was simply getting used to the taste of yerba mate. But as I started trying different foods and drinks, I realized that the whole system of how I feel flavors have changed. I suddenly no longer wanted soft drinks. Somehow the sugary sweetness has felt nothing special to me. I started to enjoy fruits as I would have enjoyed snacks before, and my whole appetite shifted towards protein from carbohydrates, making the leveling up of my physique way easier. I gained about 5 kilos of muscle this year. Of course, I trained a lot for that, but that result, combined with retaining a low body fat ratio, likely would not have been possible without yerba mate. It acted in not one, but 4 ways. For one, I used the caffeine to be energized during workouts. The second thing is the switch in my diet, which allowed for consuming more protein. The third one is even more direct than the other two. The antioxidants in yerba mate helped me recover my muscles way faster than before. I basically stopped feeling muscle soreness between casual workouts, so I could work out more frequently. The fourth one is the well-known fat-burning effect of yerba mate, which definitely does work when combined with exercise. That helped keep my body fat low while eating a lot. I have had a bad acne over my teenage years. And I just didn't see it getting any better for a while. But as I started mate, my face skin started to heal slowly. So now, after a year, I have basically minimal acne, if any. The underlying reason likely has to do with gut health. The antioxidants in mate decreased inflammation everywhere in my body, including my gut wall, which led to a better absorption of nutrients, which led to less inflammation-causing compounds entering my bloodstream, which means less of that ugly stuff it gets stuck in the pores on my face that would have caused local inflammation here, which is acne itself. Now I basically have none of that. Gut health is in direct connection with mood. Now there is a lot of scientific backing behind that. And one of the classic symptoms of poor gut microbiota and an inflamed gut is anxiety. Since mate constantly supplies anti-inflammatory compounds and it helped me switch to a healthy diet, my gut health went through a whole transformation towards the good, ceasing my anxiety symptoms. I also work with therapy to resolve emotional restrictions in the long run, and I use the comforting, soothing effect of yerba mate for a slight but immediate mood improvement. Mate's effect on mental health goes even further than that. Something happened to me that I failed to accomplish for years. I quit my video game addiction, but not in a challenging and painful way. I simply didn't need it anymore. I started to feel like it's a waste of time, so I quit it. That's it. It's simple, right? The reason why I was actually able to do this is due to two things. One is that mate has become my new addiction. It's not exactly a physical dependence, like I do just fine if I skip it for a while. It's more about the motoric stimulation, the sort of ritual around it, like handling a traditional mate, carefully preparing it, keeping the pile of leaves standing. It's such a satisfying thing to do, I would even recommend it for smokers who want to quit. Mate influences addiction on the chemical level too, particularly by increasing GLP-1 levels, which is a hormone that has been just discovered to decrease dependence on substances and mental stimulation. Sort of the result of all above, consuming mate gave me a different kind of confidence. In the eyes of the strangers, I have become the guy who's sipping this strange tea all day, and I'm okay with that. Also, I happily offer a refill to anyone who is interested in it, and I'm instantly friends with people who also drink mate, and I always exchange refill with them to taste what they're drinking that day. Mate also gave me a discipline, and that is to share it with you and invite you to its world, which in any case will only do good. So if you're interested, take a look around on my channel. I'll be really happy to be the person to guide you through the start of your mate journey. If you have any questions now, feel free to write me in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and see you in the Mateverse.